December 4, 1872. A ship is sailing in the middle of the ocean. Its sails are up. Its course is steady. But there is one strange thing. There is nobody on the deck. Another ship sees it. They call out. No answer. They call again. Still nothing. So they send men across, in a small boat, to look. What those men find on board will become one of the most famous mysteries at sea. A ship in perfect condition. And not a single person on it. 10 people had vanished without a trace, and by the end of this story, you will understand why, after more than 150 years, nobody has ever fully explained it. Let's go back 1 month. The ship's name was the Mary Celeste. On November 7, 1872, she left New York, sailing for Genoa, in Italy. Her captain was Benjamin Briggs, an experienced sailor. With him were his wife, Sarah, and their 2-year-old daughter, Sophia. 7 more sailors made up the crew. 10 people in total. In the ship's cargo hold, 1,700 barrels of industrial alcohol. Not for drinking, for making things like perfume. It was a normal cargo, for a normal voyage. The captain's last diary entry, called a log, was written on November 25. The ship was near a small island. Everything, he wrote, was calm. After that day, nothing. No more writing. No more words at all. 9 days later, another ship, the Dei Gratia, found her. Her captain, strangely, was a friend of Benjamin Briggs. He sent 3 men to climb aboard and search the silent ship. What they found made no sense. The ship was not damaged. Not one sail was torn. In the captain's room, his wife's sewing machine still had a needle in the cloth, as if she had just put it down. 6 months of food. Full barrels of water. All of it, still there. Whatever happened, it was not because the ship ran out of supplies. And in a drawer, the captain's wife's jewelry. Money too. Untouched. So it was not pirates. Pirates do not leave gold behind. Only one thing was missing from the ship itself, the small lifeboat. It looked like someone had cut it free, in a hurry. Here is the first real clue. 9 of the alcohol barrels, out of 1,700, were empty. Just 9. Why would that matter? Some experts believe those 9 barrels leaked gas. Down in the hot, closed cargo hold, that gas could have looked like smoke. Maybe the captain feared an explosion and gave the order, everyone, into the lifeboat, now. Imagine it. 10 people, in a small boat, tied to their ship by just one rope, waiting to see if the Mary Celeste would explode. Then, perhaps, the wind changed. The ship sailed on without them. And the rope snapped. 10 people, alone on the open ocean, in a boat with no sail. No one ever saw them again. But that is only one theory. At the official hearing, in Gibraltar, investigators had darker questions. Was this a case of salvage fraud, a plan to fake a disaster and claim reward money? They found no proof. Newspapers loved wilder ideas. A sea monster. A giant wave called a waterspout. Even ghosts. None of these theories fully fit the evidence. More than 150 years later, the true answer is still not certain. The alcohol fumes theory remains the most likely, but likely is not the same as known. Here is something interesting for your English. The ship's name became a phrase in English itself. When a place is empty, but looks like people just left, like a table set for dinner with no one home, people say it looks like the Mary Celeste. The ship herself had one more strange chapter. Sailors came to see her as cursed. Years later, in 1885, a later captain deliberately wrecked her on rocks, for insurance money. Even her ending was a kind of fraud. 10 people stepped off a safe ship, into a small boat, on a calm sea. And they were never found. The Mary Celeste sailed on without them, into history, and into mystery. If this story helped your English, more true stories are waiting for you on the channel, including a woman who survived 3 shipwrecks, and somehow lived.